For the first 15 seconds after it happened, there was complete silence, the kind of silence that freezes a whole room. All anyone could do was stare. No one blinked. No one spoke. And it all started with one simple thing. He danced with my wife. That night was supposed to be fun. My coworker Daniel had been promoted, and the office threw a celebration at a fancy rooftop restaurant. There were lights, music, and a lot of people pretending they liked each other more than they really did. My wife, Alina, insisted on dressing up nicely. She wore a blue dress, curled her hair, and spent an extra half-hour on makeup. "You think I look fine?" she asked. "You look perfect," I said. It turns out someone else thought so too. At the party, people mingled in groups, laughing loudly at jokes that weren't funny. I'm not a big social person, so I stuck to the snack table. Alina was more outgoing. She liked talking, meeting people, dancing. I didn't mind. We had different personalities, and I respected that. But then my new manager, Ethan, showed up. Tall, charming, sharp suit, the type of guy who knows he gets attention. And he acted like it was his personal mission to impress everyone. But the moment he saw Alina, something changed. His smile aimed straight at her. "You must be the Alina he keeps talking about," Ethan said, shaking her hand a little too long. I didn't keep talking about her. Not to him, anyway. But he kept pretending I did. She smiled politely, but I felt something twist in my stomach. Later, the music started. Slow at first, then upbeat. People drifted toward the small dance floor. I stayed back, sipping my drink, watching the city lights. That's when Ethan approached Alina again. "Would you like to dance?" he asked her, not even glancing at me. She looked at me first, checking my reaction. I nodded. "Go ahead. Have fun." But something about it felt wrong. It wasn't the dance. It was the way Ethan placed his hand on her waist, too familiar, too confident. It was the way he leaned in like he already owned the moment. And it was the way people around them noticed. One of my co-workers whispered, "Wow, he's bold." Another said, "Isn't she married?" I clenched my jaw but stayed still. I trusted my wife. Or maybe I was trying to convince myself that I did. Halfway through the song, I saw something that made my chest tighten. Ethan whispered something to her. She stiffened, stepped back slightly, and shook her head. She looked uncomfortable. He reached for her hand again. And that was it. I walked toward them, but before I could reach the dance floor, someone reached it before me. Daniel, the guy whose promotion we were celebrating, stepped right between them and said, loud enough for everyone to hear, "Ethan, stop." The music softened. People turned. Ethan froze, surprised. "What?" he asked. "You're crossing a line," Daniel said firmly. She said no. Everyone stared. My wife stepped back away from Ethan and moved closer to me. She looked embarrassed, even shaken. Ethan laughed nervously. "Relax, it was just a dance. Don't be dramatic." But Daniel didn't back down. "It wasn't just a dance. I've seen you do this before. With coworkers. With clients. You think being a manager gives you the right to push boundaries." People whispered. Some nodded. One woman near the bar muttered, "About time someone said something." Ethan's face turned red. He tried to take control of the moment by turning toward me. "Oh, come on, man. You're not really upset, are you?" Before I could speak, Alina answered for me. "Yes," she said clearly. "He is upset. And so am I. You made me uncomfortable." The entire room went silent. That was the moment that shocked everyone. Not Ethan dancing with her, not the confrontation, but the fact that my quiet, gentle wife finally stood up and said it out loud. The tension in the air snapped like a wire. The event organizer hurried over and pulled Ethan aside. After a quick, heated exchange, Ethan grabbed his coat and stormed out. People pretended to continue dancing, but their eyes followed him until he disappeared into the elevator. When things settled, Daniel came over to us. "I'm sorry," he told me. "I should have stepped in earlier." "You did the right thing," I said. Alina looked at him with gratitude. "Thank you. I didn't know how to handle it." He nodded. Nobody should deal with that alone. We left the party early. The city was quiet under the night sky. As we drove home, Alina reached for my hand. "I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable," she said softly. "I didn't expect him to be like that." "You didn't do anything wrong," I said. "But next time, if something feels off, tell me immediately. I'll always have your back." She squeezed my hand. "And I'll have yours," she said. The real shock wasn't the dance. It was seeing who actually stood with us, and who didn't, when someone tried to cross a line.